Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reed Option, and I am welcoming you to the Season 4 NAGA playoffs. It is finally here, and to start us off in the Atlantic Conference, we have division rivals and returning competitors. They have faced each other in the playoffs before. The Orlando Flames heading into Carolina to take on the Raleigh Royals. Our experts say Raleigh has a better chance, and so do our next-gen statistics. Joe thinks otherwise. 41-16 with Daniel Grasso taking on Rookie of the Year candidate James Siegel. Let's see what the players have to say about the odds. The crowd is electric today. Gotta really tune into my headphones. Gotta make sure I can concentrate. Orlando getting the coin toss, and they will elect to receive. Both teams rocking their classic home and aways. They are not mixing it up. Nobody doing anything fancy in this matchup. I know last season in the playoffs, we had a couple teams deciding to do all whites or, all one color, doing some color rush. Jordan Trent, the all-star, kind of spoiling it a little early. All-star wide receiver for the Atlantic Conference. Out comes all-star tight end Barrett Galbraith and Cameron Brown behind Daniel Grasso. 3-2 at quarterback this season when no other quarterbacks were playing, like Trey Geechee or Sam Rudnick. Brown taking the opening handoff, and he will be tackled after a gain of 3 and be already subbed out. Brought down by number 28. That was Brandon Hollifield. Hollifield, no stranger to the playoffs. Miles on second down getting the handoff. Gain of 3 for him. 3rd and 4. You need more than a gain of 3 here on 3rd down. And Grasso will line up with nobody in the backfield, but he is under center. 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Raleigh coming out today perfectly healthy to take on this Orlando offense, and they will force them to go 3 and out on their opening possession. Yeah, the Raleigh Royals had defensive tackle DeMarcus Grubbs questionable heading into this week, and left guard Frank Natale, but both are active and playing, needing to pull through for their team. Orlando, on the other hand, Sam Rudnick, of course, tragically hurt in Week 8. And Lorenzo Martin, all-star wide receiver, out till further notice. Starting off from their own 37. James Siegel dropping back, under pressure, sacked! First touch, and that is Oliver Crisp. Crisp, one of the titular names here on the defense, as you see that at the bottom of your screen. Adrian Gordon, Elijah Jennings, most interceptions in league history. Orlando's defense carries them. They brought them this far, and if they win today, it will be because of their star-studded defense. Looking like all of the position of the year candidates have Orlando in the mix. Pass out to the left is, no surprise, batted down. Siegel having just as many interceptions as he has touchdowns, pretty much. 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Loves to throw the ball, but against this pass defense, you might need to dial it back a little bit. Orlando only having the 14th best pass defense on paper is a disservice to the playmakers that they have. Brown taking the carry. Start off this drive just like last drive, getting a little 1-yard gain there. This time he will stay in. Got trips right. Grasso would drop back, would be immediately sacked. Loss of 7 on the play. Jacob Fraser, everybody's looking at him to be the defensive player of the year. Fraser having, I believe, a record in tackles per game. He has 91 tackles in a, I want to say 9-game span. No, 10-game span. 9 tackles per game, 15 sacks, 2 interceptions. 5 TFLs, 18 defended passes, and a forced fumble. Talk about a resume. For reference, Defensive Player of the Year, Matt McDonough, last season also had 91 tackles, but only had 8 sacks. Oh, and here we have an interception to Marcus Elder. Elder looking to be Safety of the Year, and Siegel looking his direction is a grave mistake, as now Orlando not needing to have to put a lot of effort into putting into field goal range here. Grasso just dumps it off to Miller on a nice little screen pass. Miller with the yards after catch there, making it a 2nd and 1. And here we are in field goal range. Grasso, plenty of time in the pocket, to the end zone, wide open! Quentin Hines. Quentin Hines is the wide receiver 4 today. Typically, wide receiver 5 hardly sees the playing field, and he will get the first touchdown of the playoffs. The 23-year-old out of Colorado snagging that touchdown. Orlando starting off with a lead. They had possession first, so it only makes sense. And now we're halfway through the first quarter. Orlando up thanks to that Season 3 Round 5 pick. Quentin Hines. Siegel looking to retaliate, looking downfield to Tyrese Redmond. One of his many weapons. Offensive Player of the Year candidate Marcellus Walker is wide receiver 1. He was wide receiver of the year last season. Looking to do a little repeat action. Rosenblum stopping Colvin dead in his tracks for a loss of 3 there on first down. Raleigh still standing on the paint of the Lion here at home. Siegel looking deep. Caught. There he is. Wide receiver 1, Marcellus Walker. Brought down before he could get a touchdown. Number 9 brought down by number 9. Desmond Gant and Marcellus Walker both subbing out after that gigantic play. Siegel handing off to Colvin, looking to put it in for 6. Touchdown, George Colvin. Colvin having an excellent sophomore year. Leading the backfield this time around with Chris Bond at RB2. You got to see a lot of that George Colvin action in the preseason heading into this year. And little did we know what kind of show he would put on for us. Well, I'm sure we all had a clue. Colvin this season, 217 attempts for 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. One of the few running backs that can say that. Kaimani Moore and Eric Walker, the other two, both on Virginia Beach, that can say that as well. Although Colvin, like his quarterback, does like to turn the ball over. 6 fumbles. Speaking of mistakes, we have encroachment on the defense, and that 2nd and 4 will turn into a 1st and 10. Can't make any mistakes in a playoff game. It is 7-7. We already have an interception and penalties that result in first downs from Raleigh. Cam Brown weaving through the defense, gaining 15 yards. Tackled by Jacob Fraser. I mean, who else? Hand off to Sean Miles. Miles not seeing the success that Brown just did. And they'll put Brown right back in. Looks like it was a blitz there on first. Another handoff this time to Cam Brown. And similar results to Miles. Randall Dodd on the stop. Crucial 3rd down for the Orlando Flames. Not quite in field goal range. It would be a 65-yarder if Freitag tried from here. Miles. Not sure what kind of route that was. A little hitch route? Regardless, running back has hands. 21-yard gain. Grasso with a new set of downs. This time finding his other running back, Cam Brown. Gain of 8 just before we hit 2 minutes. We are in scoring position. Cam Brown, once again, getting us a first down. Orlando has had quite the season, going through 3 quarterbacks, 2 changes of ownership, currently now in limbo with ownership, nobody at the helm. And here they are still succeeding. On an unsuccessful pass attempt, though, Jack Sturgeon committing OPI. Grasso, though, 4 for 6, 73 yards and a touchdown. Pretty impressive for a kid that no one was expecting to see the playing field this season. Grasso was undrafted this past season. He is a rookie. He's only had 5 games under his belt. Backing him up is Jacoby Bracey today, another rookie. So, you know, heading into this season, you think you have Trey Money, Geechee. You get Sam Rudnick in a trade. And little do you know, one of your 2 rookie quarterbacks that you sign is the one in the playoffs that you're rallying behind to bring you the championship. Great throw there to Trayvon Miller, and he tweaks his back on the play. Not expected to return. And Trayvon Miller will miss the rest of the game at least. Looks like Magic Boy. Yes, he legally changed his name to Magic Boy. Will sub in at wide receiver. Not a lot of wide receivers left. Lorenzo Martin out. Looking at their practice squad, they have no one else to put in next week. Looks like they'll have to sign someone from the GFL. I can see Antoine Stewart getting signed. One of those guys. Those big catchers. Nonetheless, Freitag puts them up by 3, but Colvin trying to take back the lead really quickly. 26-yard gain to open up the second quarter. And Chris Bond will finally be allowed to come in. Siegel getting plenty of men to give the ball to. Marcellus Walker catching it and hurdling the defender, John Pope the third. JP3 coming in to relieve Marcellus Walker, who essentially just gifted Siegel and Colvin this next touchdown that we'll see. Desmond Gant subbing out after making the previous 2 tackles. And Chris Bond looking to hit pay dirt on 2nd and goal. Siegel handing it off, tackled for loss. Loss of 5, Ryan Rosenblum. All over the Royals like white on rice. Siegel motioning out, 34, Rakeem Cannon. But ends up pitching it to Bond on a little screen pass. Across the middle. 4th and goal, and Raleigh will settle for a field goal. Gilroy, Nate the Great as they call him. Chip shot, 19-yard field goal is good. And the ball went through the netting. Into the stands, some lucky audience member gets a ball today. 10-10 tie ball game with 7.5 minutes to go in the second. For those of you who are not watching the game, maybe you're at work still. If you work on the weekends, maybe you're doing something else, playing Call of Duty. Cam Brown not playing games today as he breaks free. He's going down the sideline for the touchdown. Cam Brown, touchdown, 75 yards. What a play as the Orlando Flames take the lead back. Not giving Raleigh any time to breathe. George Colvin just barely got the water bottle in his hands on the sidelines. And Freitag already kicking it back to Raleigh. And that'll be a touchback on that kickoff. I said 7.5 minutes at the last kickoff, but it's not even 7.5 minutes. I was rounding up, and I can still round up. That's how quick Orlando scored. Colvin seeing if he can replicate the success of Cam Brown, but he'll be tackled by number 56, Adrian Gordon. 2nd and 7 now for the Royals. Hand off to Colvin up the middle. Colvin pushing his way forward. 3rd and 1. He was trying to mow over Oliver Crisp. Not the easiest task to do, I'll tell you that. Little pitch to Bond. Has a fullback in front of him blocking. Nice little armada of Royals. Giving Chris Bond plenty of room to run and the first down. His yards per carry slightly improving from that rush. Colvin down the backfield. Strong formation. Colvin to the right. And he gets the first down on his first touch coming back in. Tyshawn Kennedy, the man who wrapped him up. Bond. Trying to get fancy with it. Gains 5. Siegel, play action. Wide open man, Tyrese Redmond. Not sure what happened there. Missed assignment. Elijah Jennings having to dive for that tackle. And it's looking like Raleigh has the fans cheering him on, getting in the enemy's head. Looking to score here. Loss of 5, though, on first down. Etuate Mawala, another all-star defensive player from the Orlando Flames. I would not be surprised if these guys win today and win against whoever they face next, which would be the Virginia Beach Mariners. Oliver Crisp coming up on the sack after the stop by Mawala. And I tell you what, this was the exact path they took last season. Orlando beats Raleigh in the wild card, moves on to face Virginia Beach. Last season they lost. This season, maybe the story is different. I'm sorry, it was Raleigh, then St. Louis. They hadn't quite reached Virginia Beach. My bad. St. Louis is not in the playoffs this time around. They will actually face Virginia Beach if they win today. In the previous season, Orlando did not make the playoffs. Raleigh did, though, and they beat Memphis and then lost to Virginia Beach. So it seems to be the way things go is that you beat a team from this division, forget what they are. I think they're the Southeast Division. And then you go on to face Virginia Beach. And at least the past 2 seasons, that has not been a favorable matchup. Grasso sacked by Jacob Fraser. Fraser making a statement there, saying don't count Raleigh out. We're only down by 4. 3 minutes to go in the second. Game is far from over. Grasso in pistol formation. Dropping back on 3rd and forever. Nice little crossover there. Both receivers kind of crossing streams as the Ghostbusters do. And didn't trick the defense like they wanted it to. So Michael DeLuca forced a punt to Brandon Holyfield. Leg tackled at his own 40. They'll spot it at the 42. And the Raleigh Royals have a chance to take the lead, which I believe they've not actually had the lead yet. They've only tied the ball game. They have never actually had the lead in this game. Let's see if they can make it happen for the first time today before the half. So a weak toss there. They are stacking the box, expecting a run play. A run play did come, but Colvin was able to get 11 yards and the first. Nice counter play there for the Royals. Chain gang has moved. They're all ready. They're all set. I formation with just over 2 minutes to go. Siegel dropping back. Has a fullback blocking for him. Bond on a little curl route. 2-minute warning now. They're in field goal range for Nate the Great, but I believe Raleigh does not want to settle for a field goal. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it on 4th if it came down to it. Colvin gaining 4 on 2nd and 7. Bond coming in the backfield. We have single back, 2 receivers on each side. Trying to confuse the defense. Don't know if it's a pass or a run. It will be a pass. Siegel looking towards the end zone. In and out of the fingertips of Tyrese Redmond. Will they go for it on 4th? They will not. They will take the points. They will not take the lead, but it'll be a 1-point game, which to me, that's pretty important. 49-yarder is just another Saturday for Nate Gilroy. Gilroy, although getting kicker of the year 2 seasons ago, got snubbed last season. That's a whole other discussion. I do not expect him to get kicker of the year this season, but like Adam Vinatieri or Justin Tucker, he is always Mr. Automatic. Very rare that you see Nate Gilroy miss a field goal, even from 55 yards out. Grasso, 2-minute drill. Looks to his right. Incomplete. Trying to make a big play there to Jack Sturgeon. Grasso now 50% on the day. Another pass play for Grasso to his running back. Had to twirl around there. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Will it be another pass play? And will they go 3 and out? It'll be a run play to Cam Brown. 1-yard gain on the left side, and Raleigh will burn a timeout. Getting hopeful that they'll be able to take the lead before the half. 1 minute 15 to go. Raleigh with 2 timeouts. Let's see where this punt return puts them. Hollifield from the 35. Bringing it up almost to the 50. It is at their own 46-yard line. They're on the left leg of the Lion at midfield. Siegel on 1st down. Ooh. Held my breath there. That was the notorious Elijah Jennings trying to make a grab there. That looked like it would be a pick 6. Siegel once again looking deep. Tyrese Redmond in the middle of 3 defensive backs. And that is field goal range for the Royals. Nate Gilroy likely going to come out before the half is over. Siegel looking deep. Intended for Marcellus Walker. They want more than 3. They want 7. They want 8 out of this drive. The crowd is still going wild. Really making sure that the defense cannot hear what their coaches are saying. 1st down and a timeout for Raleigh once again. Siegel almost 200 yards today, yet to get a touchdown. Little interception there on his stat sheet to the end zone. Touchdown, Marcus Gladney. And the Royals are on top heading into the half. 45 seconds to go in the first half. 23-17. Raleigh Royals. This is a score fest. I imagine all the halftime discussion in the locker room for both sides will be regarding defensive adjustments. I don't think either of these 2 teams need to make any adjustments on the offensive side of things. They're definitely not having any trouble scoring, as you all can see. 3 timeouts in a dream. Daniel Grasso to the right. Incomplete, intended for Magic Boy. Magic Boy, the Washington, D.C. native. Missing that one. And then that one intended for Jordan Trent. Incomplete. If anything, Orlando should have just handed it off 3 times. Or knelt it once. Cam Brown gaining 9 on the play. 4th and 1. They should be able to run the clock out here. They'll bring out the punting unit, but I doubt Michael DeLuca actually... Oh. I mean, color me confused, and... I don't know. I don't know what just happened. They did not need to give Raleigh back the ball. I'd put 3 men on Marcellus Walker. Incomplete on first. Not sure what either of these two teams are fighting for. I understood Orlando. 3 timeouts, you know, try to go for it. But what is Raleigh doing? You have the lead. You have a guy who's thrown 15 interceptions in the regular season. Already thrown an interception today, though he's thrown 200 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, hand it off, let it go to the half. That'll be it for the first half. Raleigh really dominating the second quarter there after trailing in the first. Let's go to the second half. Raleigh receiving the ball, which makes me question it even more why they were trying there at the end. Head coach and owner since season 2. Logan, sorry, he is not their coach. Their coach is Mr. Exo Cordell. I know he hails from the SCFSL. That is another sim league for Axis Football. We like to support other sim leagues as well as ourselves here, as long as it supports Axis Sports and Danny Jugan, our Lord and Savior. We love ourselves some Axis Football. But maybe those guys are trying to be a little aggressive, both Logan and Mr. Exo Cordell, with the play call today. Really trying to stomp Orlando into an oblivion. Third and 6. Siegel looking to pass. Dylan Goforth. 23-yard gain. Rookie tight end Jacob Goforth. I know Raleigh drafted 2 rookie tight ends. Jacob Deutsch was supposed to be the main man, but Goforth wound up being the main man following an early season injury to Jacob Deutsch, if I am recalling that correctly. No, Deutsch is in. I'm confused. Huh. I think Deutsch only was hurt for half the season. That's the thing. The way I remembered it was that Deutsch was out for season. Regardless, Dylan Goforth getting that first down. Chris Bond getting this first down. Gant with the tackle. Potentially seeing some James Wheeler action here, depending on what the play call is here. Siegel looking to his left. Rakeem Cannon. Best fullback in the league, no doubt. Gain of 7. And Raleigh in scoring position. Siegel giving it all his might. Elijah Jennings caught in the back of the end zone. He runs it out to the 13-yard line. Looks like he thought he had it. Could have gotten a touchdown there, I guess, but scoring position turned into a turnover. James Siegel getting greedy. Grasso under pressure, looking to Trent on first down, gain of 6. Jordan Trent with his first actual catch today. Congratulations, Jordan Trent. Hand off to Cam Brown up the right side. Weaving in and out of his blockers. Great blocking there by number 64. That was left guard Sebastian Jimenez on a pull block. Cam Brown on first down, gaining 8. Almost 20 yards on 2 carries there. Brown, 10 yards per carry today. Over 120 yards already. This toss to Sean Miles. Gain of 3, that's enough for the first down. And Orlando will continue this drive. Halfway through the third, Orlando still down 6. Play action. Looks to his running back anyways. Brown. Gain of 6. Galbraith, the man in motion. Grasso. Wide open receiver, Jack Sturgeon. He is a sturgeon. Elizabethtown, Kentucky native. One of the 3 23-year-olds in this wide receiver core. Sturgeon Hines and Magic Boy. All 23 years old. Really young core for this offense. Daniel Grasso, 23. Sean Miles, 23. Sam Ligon, 23. Stefan Lindgren, 22. Trayvon Miller, 24. Barrett Galbraith for 6. Although he is 30. The veteran showing these kids how it's done. Tie ball game, and once Freitag puts this through, Orlando has taken back the lead here in the third. Barrett Galbraith, Elijah Jennings, DeMarcus Elder. 3 elders, so to say, on this Orlando team. Let's throw Cam Brown in there as well. That really round out this offense. Go. Siegel dropping back on 1st and 10 following the Orlando touchdown. That will be swatted by Elijah Jennings. Do not want to have a hat trick of interceptions, especially in a playoff game. But this is James Siegel's first playoff game in his career, given that it is his first season. So mistakes are bound to happen. A lot of inexperience, I guess, on both sides. I guess Orlando's experience mostly comes from their defense and their tight end. Siegel, quick throw to Marcus Gladney. Gain of 4. That would not be enough for the first. Looks like punter of the year, John Marston. I have to show Orlando what he's made of and give his whole leg into this punt. Be fielded from the 15, 16 by Tyshawn Kennedy. Breaks the first tackle, gets a little fancy with it. Makes it up to the 26, roughly a 10-yard gain on that punt. And Orlando with the lead. We'll look to add on to it on this drive. Grasso, first down, under pressure, almost picked off. You could tell that that defensive back was real disappointed. I believe that was Stephen Dunn. Grasso, sacked. Loss of 8, Jacob Frazier, the boogeyman. Grasso on 3rd and 18, looking deep. Threaded the needle to Jackson Trent, and Gladney will bring him down with a face mask. Sorry, Jordan Trent. My bad. Jack Sturgeon, Jordan Trent. 1st and 10, regardless of what Trent's first name is. Cam Brown tackled behind the line at the 35. Brown with another attempt. Just stiff-arming number 38. Shaheed Ahmad into the next dimension. That was, looked disoriented after that. Miles on 3rd and 3, gaining 8. First down. And Orlando is all but guaranteed to score here, though I should knock on wood, as I thought Siegel and company had a guaranteed touchdown, but the interception to Elijah Jennings proved me wrong. To the end zone, in and out of the hands of Brandon Hollifield, and that was almost a mirror play from what happened to James Siegel. Lindgren motion out to the right. Brown running to the left, sidestepping a defender. Gaining 7 on the play. Brown just under 10 yards per rush now. Looks like the defensive adjustments were really focused on the rush game for the Raleigh Royals as they stopped the Flames on 3rd and 3 to end the third. Orlando up 24-23 over the Royals in North Carolina. Freitag looking to extend their lead by 3. And that chip shot, little 31-yard field goal is good. Offensive lineman banged up on the play. Drew Hicks, the 28-year-old right guard out of Kansas, former Jayhawk. Looks like he is expected to return. If he is still out, I believe Connor Doherty will come in. Rookie out of Iowa. Siegel on first down. Slings it out to George Colvin for a gain of 7. Sent all the wide receivers on go routes and had Colvin be the backup plan, and it looks like it paid off. Hand off on second down to George Colvin. Tackled by Julian Melville on second down. That will advance them past the first down marker. 9 minutes to go in the fourth. Siegel looking to his left. Little toe tapper by Marcus Gladney. Gain of 3. A little Santonio Holmes action. Throwback to the Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl. Siegel under pressure, throwing it away. Better than throwing an interception, but result is a 3rd and 7. I know I say crucial third down a lot. I know a lot of announcers do, but crucial third down for the Royals. But he finds Dylan Goforth for a gain of 24. Flipping sides of the field to Orlando's 34-yard line. Siegel almost eclipsing 300 yards at this point in the game. Looking to add his touchdown total to 2. Colvin gaining 8 on first down. It's like DeMarcus Elder goes down with a shoulder injury on that play. Colvin really leaning into his collarbone. And James Worrell, rookie out of Vanderbilt, will take his place. But that is huge for the Royals. All injuries coming from Orlando today, if I'm not mistaken. Quentin Hines. And now DeMarcus Elder. But cut off one head, 2 more will take its place. Orlando has a hydra of a defense. A lot of captains on this ship. 2nd and 12. Colvin gaining 6. They'll say it's actually 5. 3rd and 7. Orlando really wanting a touchdown here. Sure, a field goal wouldn't hurt. Siegel looking to the end zone. Touchdown! Marcellus Walker! And with this extra point, Raleigh will be in the lead by 3. Midway through the 4th quarter. Extra point is good. Looking in the NAGA server on Discord. Our media man Cole Troll, just goes by Cole, predicted that Raleigh would win 37-24. Looks like 37-27 will be the outcome, but a little snippet from his media post, if you go check it out in the media room, says the Royals will most likely score 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown with 3 field goals from Gilroy. Looks like Mr. Cole had the crystal ball. Unless Orlando has something to say about it. Huge catch by Jordan Trent. I will not mess up his name, family of Jordan Trent. Do not hear me make that mistake twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on me. I wasn't going to mess it up like George W. Hand off to Cam Brown on second down. Gain of 3. 3rd and 4 now as Hicks returns. Crucial offensive lineman on a crucial 3rd down halfway through the 4th. Grasso dropping back, looking to his right sideline catch. Barrett Galbraith. And Daniel Antoine, who was in for one play, will sub back out for Shahid Ahmad. Looks like Grasso capitalized on the fact that Antoine was in and threw it his way where Barrett Galbraith was. Grasso under pressure, sacked, loss of 7. First major play today from Daniel Vaughn. WVU Mountaineer graduate. Grasso on 2nd and 17, heaving it to Magic Boy. But it will be batted down. Look at those Devontae Gladney on coverage. Grasso 3rd and 17, looking deep to his left. Incomplete, intended for Magic Boy. And they will have to rely on Stefan Freitag making a 61-yard field goal here, ladies and gentlemen. Would be an NAGA record if I'm not mistaken. It is no good short. He needed to make that. Would have been historic. But Freitag just didn't have the leg. It looked like he had the direction, though. Raleigh just needs to get a few first downs, really waste some clock here. Marcellus Walker, 36-yard gain. And Raleigh is already in scoring position. And this may change up the dynamic of the rest of the game if Raleigh gets a touchdown. I'd say it's game over if they get a touchdown. Siegel to the end zone. Incomplete. Michael Fletcher goes down with a leg injury. And the game and Orlando are both falling apart for the Flames. Or should I say the game and the players. Rookie Vinny Knox coming up with a stop there. Got to sub in due to Fletcher being out. Nice to see an appearance from a rookie in this game full of youth. Siegel play action on 3rd down. No pressure to the end zone. Touchdown! Dylan Goforth. And Goforth will make Raleigh go ahead in this game, up by 10. This is game over, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Orlando comes back from this, but crazier things have happened. If you tune out now, I wouldn't be disappointed, but the next game is in about 2 hours. There's only 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. The Atlantic games are today, the Pacific games tomorrow. So, actually, no, wait. Sorry, 1 of each for both days. So, right now is Atlantic. Up next is Portland at Omaha. The Grizzlies taking on the Spartans at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tune in for that. I want to say our commissioner and co-commentator Pasta will be commentating that game. If not, we'll have the Mike and Dave duo. Nothing wrong with that. And then tomorrow, Delaware takes on Oklahoma City at 4 p.m. Eastern, and Columbus at Tucson, commentated by our beloved Cole. Orlando calling their first timeout. Can't be taking too many more of those. Go! Grasso scrambling. Tackled after a gain of 5. 2-minute warning is upon them. It's looking grim. Looking grim. What a hard-fought battle against adversity this season, though. Orlando facing injury, facing leadership changes, facing, quarterback changes. They have been nothing shy of resilient and nothing shy of the most worthy underdog in NAGA history this season. Hats off to them as they burn all 3 of their timeouts. You know, they weren't expected to make it this far, but they made it. They were the 6th seed coming into the playoffs, and dang it, they put up a fight. 37-24. Take that, throw it away. Looks like it's going to be 37-34 probably to finish off this game as Grasso almost throws an interception. But what a close game. What an exciting game. I'm always glad to commentate exciting games. I didn't commentate a lot of the NAGA this season. I was really focused on the GFL. If you have time, go back and check out those games. Really exciting football in the GFL. But I will be commentating more games coming up here in the playoffs for the league that I love, the NAGA. Grasso on 3rd down. Looks to the end zone. Caught. Cam Brown, touchdown in garbage time. And 37-34. Looking like the final score of today's bout. Final play of Orlando's season will come courtesy of Stefan Freitag. Onside kick here. He's never worked. So there we go. Recovered by Stephen Dunn, and victory formation awaits the Raleigh Royals. If you want to stick around for the stats, go ahead. But otherwise, Siegel, in his first playoff game, hits that victory formation kneel. And Raleigh will go on to face the Virginia Beach Mariners next week, as the winner of the Delaware-Oklahoma City game will take on the Louisville Kings, the 1 seed. Never thought I'd say that in my lifetime. I mostly know the Louisville Kings for that Sean Penley fumble 6 against the Baton Rouge Redbirds in their what would have been winless season. And there we have it. Player of the game, I would give it to James Fraser, not James Siegel. Give it to the other James. Siegel had a great showing, but those 2 little stains on his sheet there are what makes me say that he does not get it. Great performance all around. 3 catching touchdowns for the Flames. Interceptions courtesy of DeMarcus Elder and Elijah Jennings. No fumbles. Freitag missing that 160-plus yarder. Colvin doing a great job today. Bond, not so much. Good job, Marcellus Walker, Marcus Gladney, and Dylan Goforth. Fraser, there he is. 10 tackles and 3 sacks. What a showing. No fumbles on that side either. Gilroy perfect on the day. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you guys at the 7 p.m. showing of the Portland Grizzlies and the Omaha Spartans. But otherwise, thank you for joining us. My name is Reed Option, and as always, we will see you next time.